Everyone, welcome to Wednesday morning medical Qigong practice. It's great to see you all. My name is Mary Frances. I am encouraging all these medical Qigong students, one of his medical Qigong students, and today we're going to practice the Golden 8. So let's go ahead and get ready for our warm-ups. We're opening up. Feet are hip width, shoulder width apart. Settling into the space. Letting the bottoms of the feet relax into the earth. Softening the knees, relaxing the low back, relaxing the shoulders, softening the musculature of the jaw. Tip of the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. The very top of the head is reaching up just a little bit into the sky. We're going to do our tapping today, so we're starting 3 to 4 finger breaths beneath the belly button in the lower dantian. I'm going to try to mirror you, so we're opening up the left side of the body using the right hand. Letting the mind connect with the area with which we're tapping. Opening up the channels, waking up the tissues. Generating greater qi and blood flow. Wiping out anything you don't need or want, letting it go back into the earth. Switching sides. Letting the breath help to relax the tissues. Winding the stance so that we can open up the channels in the lower half of the body, tapping the inner thigh and then up at the hip. Continuing down the inner inner aspect, the medial aspect of the leg towards just above the ankle or wherever it's comfortable for you. And transitioning to the lateral aspect, the outside of the legs. Traveling back on up towards the glutes and the hips. Once you get to the glutes and the hips, sliding that left foot a little closer to the right, maintaining that hip width, shoulder width distance. And traveling up the low back towards just underneath the rib cage or wherever it's comfortable for you. Waking up the kidneys, waking up that kidney energy. Bringing some warmth to the tissues of the low back. Placing the palms of the low back, circling down the sides and up the spine. Strengthening that connection, the low back and kidneys. And then resting the palms of the low back, closing the eyes. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to travel to wherever it's needed within the body. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back, filling the kidneys up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to flow freely to wherever it's needed. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the mind to relax into the breath. Letting the breath relax the body. And allowing the chi to flow freely to wherever it's needed. When you're ready, gently lower the arms and opening the eyes. Closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. So as I mentioned, we're working on the Golden 8 today. If you're new to these exercises, don't feel like you have to learn them all in this session. As you practice, they'll become more and more familiar. Opening up for our first exercise, the lung and large intestine exercise. Reach for happiness. The feet are parallel. We're inhaling. Exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Continuing on at your own pace, working with the breath, moving a little faster or a little slower as works best for you. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our heart, small intestine to exercise, the archer. Inhaling, exhaling, in and out. Now going at your own pace. Allowing the breath to enter and leave the body freely. And allowing the breath to help relax the body. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our spleen stomach exercise between heaven and earth. Inhaling, exhaling, in, and out. Inhaling, and exhaling. Allowing the mind to relax into the exercise. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our pericardium Sanjiao exercise, turning back. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. At your own pace, allowing the breath to generate the movement. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our liver gallbladder exercise, twist and release. Inhaling and exhaling. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our kidney urinary bladder exercise, bend for health. Inhaling. Exhaling. In and out. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. Out. Inhaling back to the start. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our energy punch for the Ren channel. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Getting ready to close. Closing. And our energy jump for the Do channel. It's in 2 parts. Opening. Inhaling. And exhaling. Transitioning to part 2, inhaling as the arms come up, exhaling as they come down. Closing. Keeping the feet together so we can retain all that wonderful, wonderful energy you've been cultivating over the past 25 minutes or so. Bringing the palms together so that we can transfer some of that energy to the palms, because we're now going to transfer it to the face. Our magic number is 9, washing the face 9 times. And then wiping the brow, above the brow and under the eye 9 times. Wiping up and down the entirety of the nose, getting into those sinuses 9 times. And then circles inward and outward 9 times each. Imagining just underneath the pupil at the cheekbone. And then dredging the channels of the scalp using all the fingertips 9 times. Beating the drum. grasping the ears and massaging the ears using all the fingertips. And switching. Popping the cork. And then uniting the Rin channel and the Du channel, circulating inward and outward at the philtrum and the mandibular crease. Massaging the jaw. Our numbers changed 12 times total, or 6 times each side. We're brushing down the throat. And then down the breastbone. Bringing the palms to the lower dantian. We're circling up the right and down the left. I'm not mirroring you this time. I'm doing it as well. We're doing this 9 times. We're gathering the energy that we've been cultivating, guiding it to the lower dantian. And once we've done 9 circles, we're going to switch directions. We're concentrating that energy, caramelizing that energy. After you've done your 9 circles, you're going to rest your palms at the lower dantian, closing the eyes. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to settle and store so that you might use it throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, filling it up. Exhaling, allowing it to settle and store. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the breath to relax into the body. Allowing the chi to settle and store so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Thank you everyone so very, very much for hanging out with us this morning. Henry says hi. Henry says hi. He has early patients this morning, so he's with them helping people out. And he's doing his extended fall class, if you haven't heard, next Wednesday, I think. Not tonight, but next Wednesday. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Wow, people! And what else? Yeah, no, it should be a lot of fun. It's going to be in the evening from 6 to 9, and we're going to learn about the coming fall and the transitioning from summer to fall. And as has been mentioned, although some of us where we are locally don't really feel like it's turning into fall, there is that energy that's starting where the earth is trying, the earth is getting ready for its transition. So we're going to be working on lung and large intestine stuff, and Henry's going to go over diet and nutrition and all sorts of wonderful things. So he'll send out more information on that on Meetup. Are there any questions?
Yeah.
Yay!
Hi. Just a couple questions. Are there any exercises like you should avoid when you're on your menstrual cycle, or does it?
That's a really good question. Typically, no. The ones that we've gone over so far, they're all safe for menstrual cycles and all parts of the menstrual cycle. the only thing I would suggest is maybe just being more gentle with yourself. I mean, we should always be gentle with ourselves, but I think there's a tendency in like from sports, like I have a little bit of a sports background, like just push through it, and it just, you know, it doesn't make any difference from day to day to day. But this practice, being more tuned into a like harmonizing with your environment, harmonizing with your body, which is a part of the environment, you just make sure to keep listening to yourself. So yeah, does that help?
Yeah, for sure. And I had
Okay.
just one other question. At the face massage, like,
Yes.
how hard should we press? Is it kind of gentle, or or is it kind of up to us?
It's up to you. I mean, you don't want to bruise yourself. You don't want to. No, seriously, and you don't want to like. It's. I like the firmer pressure, but say if I had a sinus infection, then maybe I wouldn't. It's not. Once again, you're not pushing through the pain, and if you had an infection, you probably don't want to do that type of massage regardless, because you don't want to like free the infection to fly around the body. But maybe like light. In that case, you would do very light. If you have pain in the face, maybe from something else like Bell's palsy or trigeminal neuralgia, then, you know, once again, you're not pushing through the pain, so you don't want to irritate the nerves. But if we're talking about just general like muscular and sinus stuff, then you can go fairly firmly as long as you're not coming into pain. Does that?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
But that reminds me of a question. On the top one, I don't feel confident that I know where the point is.
Okay, so it's actually, it's UB1, urinary bladder 1. And this is being, so once again, when we're doing the massage, it doesn't have to be exact. It really, really doesn't. We're just generating flow. But if you wanted to get super picky, it's at the, let's see, I don't know if I can do it, but it's at the upper corner of the eye, like at the very top of the nose. And so you have underneath the corner of the eye, and then you have on top of the corner of the eye, and it's more on top of the corner of the eye.
That's very helpful. And
yeah. Not here, but like if you go down, your fingers fall into a little spot.
Yeah.
Now I'm all nervous because I'm saying something, and hopefully it won't be on YouTube because maybe I got the point wrong, but I think that's where the point is.
I feel that indentation there.
Yeah. This is UB2 up at the eyebrow, at the inner aspect of the eyebrow. And then down here, like just to the side. So if you're needling it, which you're not going to do, and please don't do this because we shouldn't needle ourselves at home, but like it's you pull the eye out a little bit, and then there's a little spot. So that's where it is. So there, I would not press firmly. When you're doing your circles, that's not a fun place to press firmly because that would be unhappy. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
That's great.
I like questions. I'm better when I'm directed. I'm not great, just free. So any other questions?
I think I have one more actually, sorry.
Yeah.
The one where I think it's heaven and earth, where we separate the hands, and then when you're on top, you kind of do this thing, right? Like you kind of twist your hand.
Yes. So two things with that. The first one is it's not, and this has nothing to do with your question, but just as like a side note, it's not as in some of the Tai Chi, and I'm not a Tai Chi person. I wish I were. Tai Chi is so awesome, but you're not actually brushing the hands. It's not like parting the horse's mane. I think it's what it's called. It's so beautiful, but you're missing the hands. They're not touching, but some of that is style when you're talking about like bringing the hand down.
Yeah, at the top it looks like you're doing some.
Yeah, so that's sadly mostly stylistic.
Oh, okay.
That has nothing to do with, but what I am doing is like, I am like consciously making that transition between, you've got the palm communicating with the sky, and then you're going to bring that communication down onto the midline. And the same idea with the palm connecting with the earth. I'm trying to gently, because of course we're not trying to concentrate too much on anything because that stagnates energy. But I'm trying to allow that connection from the earth and the earth energy to come to the midline. And then they meet in the middle, which humans are theoretically between heaven and earth, and that connection that way. So that's kind of neat too. So I am doing kind of a graspy thing, but that's more of a stylistic thing. But it is the rotation to bring it.
Okay. Okay, got you. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Thank you all so much for coming, and Henry will be back with us shortly, and I hope to see you tomorrow for the basic 8.